Hi guys, welcome back to Welcome Home Custom. Today we are going to learn how to assemble our Showstopper ornaments. Let's get started. Let's go ahead and jump into the ornaments. So first and foremost, always check your instructions, especially the colors that I use. So red cut, black is score, blue is engrave. Remember that scoring is a line function, not an engrave function. If you try to close shapes on a score, it will error out. Okay, so make sure you select a line or a cut function. And then you're going to want a fast power, low, or a fast speed, low power for anything you score. There is a mention of supplies I used, along with a breakdown of what the ornaments look like. The numbers correspond with the layers. So 1 is the bottom layer, 2 would be the middle layer, 3 would be the top layer. And then also there is a single file that is a single layer score if you don't want to do all of the pieced together woods. If we go ahead and open one of these files, we can see that the files are grouped with their color that I used or their wood that they use. So cherry, walnut, and then cherry for the ring. And then I've also grouped the pieces together by color as well. This is a great project for scraps. So as you can see, oak as an example, with the oak even selected, it's 1.2 by 1 inch. So these pieces are great to use up scraps. And then again, like I said, there is a 1 layer option. If you want to use a pretty wood and just do a score, cut, and engrave for 1 layer, you can totally do that. So let's go ahead and jump into the assembly. All right, guys. So I felt like it made sense to go ahead and do showstopper ornaments, because really, if we're going to be doing different showstoppers, then we really should have an assortment with smaller pieces that buyers can collect and enjoy if they can't afford a large showstopper or they don't want a piece of art, but they enjoy your work. So I'm going to show you really quickly how each one of these goes together. We will start with the rooster. So the rooster consists of the sunshine in the back. So we are going to go ahead and dot glue around the back edge of the rooster. And then we are going to place it right down on top, line it up. So those are together. So now the rooster, except for his feet, are all cut pieces. So we could go ahead and, yes, his face is tiny. Dot some glue and place it down. The next piece is this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and just add, and then just dot. This guy will add a little bit more. So I'm going to just dot a little bit. And pop it into place. In all the different woods. Next one is the butterfly. Butterfly is fairly easy. You can put glue all in the butterfly area. Just don't put it in the scored section. And his wings will line up top. And then these guys go that. Now I used different thicknesses of wood. Oopsie, a little too much glue there. I used different thicknesses of wood because I wanted it to have a cool dimension. So this is actually a great, all of these ornaments are great for using up some scraps. So if you've got any scraps left over, all these pieces are fairly small. Dot a little glue. Dragon. Dragon. So the dragon has a little bit more pieces. So we're going to have the back is going to be the sun, and then the dragon as a solid piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the glue to the dragon, the back of the solid dragon. So I'm just going to add a bunch. And then we'll just kind of lightly dot around the edge. That may have been too much glue. We will find out. Line it up. Looks good. Now we will dot around the dragon. That's all cut out. Little dots of glue. This stuff does not take much. It spreads very easily as soon as you smush it. Place it down. Go ahead and get these pieces placed. Right under his foot right here. So that's to make it look like that's part of his coloring for the wings too, and then you can see his trail, his tail kind of comes back here. And then I use different thicknesses again because I wanted it to look like he was holding on to the cliff. So I use super thin wood for these parts. So there is our dragon owl. So we have the owl with the tail hanging down. That's the very back. We will add glue. We'll add glue to the back of the second layer. And line it up. Then we can add the pieces. So we've got the additional leaves, his body, his wing, his tiny little feet, and then we add the leaves at the very end, and then we will place again on top. And there is our owl. Highland cow. So the back one is the one with the star, and then the great thing about these ornaments is you really could use whatever thickness you want. You could make it all the same like thickness. You can make it different thicknesses. Just think about the perspective and if it makes sense how your thicknesses are laid down, okay? So backer, then we're going to glue the cow without the star to the one with the star. Place it down, line it up. Then we have the secondary layer just to make it look like he is 3D. Add glue to his head. Actually, could go ahead and add some glue there. And I'm going to just dot some glue on his horn. Because it's going to be easier to do it now than later. So, we line it up. We're going to drop his nose. And then I like the idea of adding one more ring to it to create some dimension and then also break up where his fur meets the ring. So I'm going to go ahead and add a cedar. Place it down. Whoopsie. So there is our cow. Oh, he's so cute. And the last one is the hummingbird, which I just now discovered I didn't recut the backer, but it will still work for our video, so I'm not going to worry about it. The backer, when you go to open the file, will have a ring at the top like all the others. I just neglected to cut a new one out before I started recording. Whoops. So the first thing, again, there will be a ring up top, is just the one that's got the scored part on the flower. So that goes down first, and then the hummingbird with the flower thingies is your second layer. So we will go ahead and add glue to the second layer. If you feel like, again, you use too much glue, just grab your paper towel and you can dab off excess. And then we are going to line it up with the one underneath. Okay. Then all the other pieces go onto the hummingbird himself. So you can really just add glue straight to the hummingbird. And these are just the colors I picked. You can use whatever colors you wish. You could paint him. You could use acrylic, would be really pretty. You could use iridescent stuff. I just wanted to use wood, so I used wood. So that is the hummingbird. And that is that set. So again, we have the hummingbird, the Highland cow, the owl, the butterfly, the dragon, and the rooster. All right, guys, that's it. Hopefully you found the tutorial helpful. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and check out other tutorials just like this. Thanks so much.